rice on, and then we've got this yummy, I'm afraid to lift that without burning myself, all that boiling beautifulness. Oh, let's go ahead and put the shrimp in.
So we dump those Gulf shrimp in.
And you remember those cool little tips, the spoons, and then we layered the onions and then the pink peppercorns? Okay, now we're gonna let those steam. And now what?
Now, I'm gonna let you take the rest of this segment. We'll have a sip of Independence coffee.
While he's taking a coffee break, we went to Brenham, Washington County recently, and we met an amazing couple named Reagan and Christy. They run a great coffee company called Independence Coffee. I'm kind of a coffeeholic, and if you are too, you're gonna enjoy this. Take a look.
In 2003 is when we started roasting our own coffee. So we closed our coffee shop because our building sold out from under us. So we closed that coffee shop and focused on roasting. And the first order we got was from a little coffee shop in Belleville, about 30 minutes from here, and they ordered 30 pounds of coffee. And we were so excited. So in 2003, we roasted about 2,000 pounds of coffee. And in 2014, we roasted around 285,000 pounds.
Wow.
So we have been very blessed. It has been quite a blessing.
Immediately after roasting, put them in a bag so that they get to degas. They're not left out overnight to get oxygen and moisture on the beans. So that's basically kind of how we keep things fresh. We don't warehouse any coffees. A lot of people, when you buy some of your K-Cups, they might have been in a warehouse for 3 months before they go to distribution, but we're able to roast one day, grind, actually fill we call them indie shots, fill it, put the lid on it, put it in a bag, nitrogen flush it, and it's on the shelf in a couple of days. As it roasts, there's a lot of moisture in those beans, and it'll actually pop like popcorn. That bean will go through its first crack, so it'll actually pop one time, and the outer skin will come off. At about 420 degrees, it'll go ahead and crack again, and that's our second crack. And that's when the bean expands. It'll about double in size during the roasting process.
Wow. Is this like an industry standard, or are you just testing?
No. We're testing the whole way. We are very much old school roasters. A lot of people have computer systems on their machines that actually they can set the profile and watch it. Ours is pretty much old school. It's
so you're really more like a chef, less like a baker.
Exactly.
I mean, you're constantly adjusting.
Exactly.
Thumbs up to you for that, because that's what I appreciate.
We're getting a little bit of oil on the outside, and we're going to get it to about 456. It's a little bit hot. See, it's smoking pretty good.
So we're at 456 now.
So we're going to pull it. See that oil? Go ahead and pull it up. Here we go. You can still hear it cracking. It's still going through its second crack.
Oh man, that's awesome.
The name really comes from getting away from the corporate world. I'd been trading energy for 20 years, 18 years, and just got kind of burnt out on it and wanted to do something different. And so that's mostly where the name comes from.
How's your break? Meanwhile,
Time to start cooking again?
Yes,
because
their
there's
coffee is
more
so
where
good.
that came from.
Yeah, right?
Oh.
Well, then I get this one.
That's a deal.
I love the flavor they make called jet fuel. That jet
And by
fuel.
flavor, that just means that is some hardcore coffee.
I had to shave this morning after I drank it.
And with that, have we talked about your weight and your chin hairs all in one show?
Did I get
Oh
it
my gosh. La la la. Not looking.
I'll be drinking this while you carry on the cooking.
Okay, that's better than talking about the current topic of conversation. So we've got the jasmine rice that we just cooked. We let it rest for 5 minutes. Now we want to cool it down. This is the key to fried rice.
Oh, another good tip. Why do you got to cool it down?
Because right now, you see it's a little bit sticky.
Yes.
Jasmine rice especially. And if we went to go stir fry it, those starches would all stick together. And so you would end up with one really big lumpy piece of fried rice.
Okay.
But by cooling it, let it sit for about 5 or 10 minutes at room temperature. That way it doesn't warm up your refrigerator. Once it's come to room temp, then put it in your refrigerator, I don't know, 20 or 30 minutes, even overnight, or awesome use for that leftover rice that you had at the Chinese restaurant from the night before that's so dried out.
Yeah.
When we make our stir fry, it rehydrates it.
Huh.
So we're just gonna let that come to room temp.
I didn't know that. Good deal.
Yeah, and so you can't ever use that, right? The little stuff in the container. Ooh, look at that.
I do. I just heat it up and keep going.
It's all crunchy.
Yeah, I like it.
So the shrimp right now is
Do you have any
perfectly
cream
cooked.
for this, by the way? I need a little cream.
I do.
Oh, good.
Of all creams,
Yes. Did you need it for your next
little
dish?
milking
Would you?
there.
Thank you very much. Okay, keep
little
going.
coffee with your cream.
We're ready. Oh, we're not ready. They just told me I got to take a break. Oh, I get another coffee break. This is fantastic.
And I get shrimp.
Oh, great. Y'all come back. We'll be right back.